As the man was driving home, a clumsy bear suddenly appeared on the road. He instinctively swerved the steering wheel, causing the car to lose control and crash into another vehicle parked by the roadside. Next to that car, a woman was urinating and was struck and killed instantly. Jack quickly got out to check and found that the woman was already dead. At that moment, the woman's boyfriend arrived, having heard the noise. Mistaking Jack for a robber, he panicked and slipped down a slope, where he was impaled by a tree branch and died on the spot. In just a flash, 2 lives were lost. Jack was at a loss for what to do. Fortunately, aside from the black bear, there were no other witnesses on the road. He quickly drove away from the scene and rushed home to tell his wife everything. Initially, his wife urged him to turn himself in, but Jack explained that the car wasn't insured. If this went to court, they would lose everything. Worse, his fingerprints were still at the scene. If the police found the bodies, they would definitely suspect him first. So the couple decided to return to the scene. When they opened the trunk of the crashed car, they unexpectedly discovered a large bag of cash. It turned out that behind this tragic accident lay an unexpected windfall. The car owner was dead, so the money was now theirs. They took the bodies and the money, leaving only the car behind. But soon after, a passerby discovered the abandoned vehicle. However, since the car was empty and it was Christmas, the sheriff didn't give it much thought. Meanwhile, Jack and his wife were back home, happily counting the cash. But the pressing problem remained: what to do with the 2 corpses. Suddenly, the wife had an idea. There was a waterfall nearby where black bears often came to catch fish. In the harsh winter, bears had a hard time finding food. Why not treat them to a big meal? So they secretly moved the bodies to the waterfall and smeared them with honey, a black bear's favorite treat. However, when they returned the next day, not only were the 2 bodies untouched, but a third body had mysteriously appeared beside them. The couple was completely dumbfounded. Had someone discovered their plan and was trying to frame them? Now the issue was even more serious. If they didn't get rid of the bodies, the police would surely discover them. The wife thought of another plan. Rather than let the police find them elsewhere, why not bring the bodies back to the scene of the crash? After all, they had already wiped the area clean of fingerprints. Before long, the sheriff received an anonymous tip saying that the car from yesterday now contained 3 dead bodies. He immediately rushed to the scene. Through identification, the dead couple turned out to be drug traffickers who smuggled narcotics in their bodies across borders. At first, the police assumed it was an internal gang killing, but when they checked traffic surveillance, they found that only Jack and his wife had passed through that road during the relevant time. The sheriff, being an old friend of Jack's, called the couple in for a meeting. At first, they tried to deny everything, but when the sheriff mentioned that the major crimes unit had now taken over the case, Jack panicked and confessed everything, including the 2 million euros they had found. Upon seeing the money, the sheriff assured them that he would handle it. He told the couple not to worry and left with the money. Soon after, the sheriff met with a senior officer from the major crimes unit and bribed him with a portion of the stolen cash. Just like that, the case was swept under the rug. But the nightmare wasn't over. The cartel boss behind the drug traffickers tracked down Jack and his wife, demanding they hand over the stolen money. But that money had already been taken by the sheriff. Left with no choice, the wife lied and said the money was buried somewhere outside. While the gang leader's henchman was distracted searching, she took the opportunity to knock him out with a shovel. The cartel boss, however, was quick and pulled out a gun. Just then, a strong light appeared behind him along with the roar of a machine. It was Jack's son, charging in with a bulldozer. The gang leader fired several shots but missed, and was crushed under the weight of the machine, reduced to a bloody pulp. After all that had happened, Jack ended up with nothing.